All right. Hi, everyone. I'm George Flickinger from WSET ABC 13. I'm recording this video before we do our newscast later tonight to kind of give you an inside scoop of the weather forecast. So this is Thursday, January the 22nd, 2 to 3 days actually before this winter storm arrives. So as you're probably very well aware, there's going to be a major winter storm impacting a whole bunch of states, including the Carolinas and Virginia this weekend. For central Virginia, we're going to see the snow starting Saturday night. If you're closer towards, say, southwest Virginia, you may be getting your first snowflakes on Saturday afternoon. There is going to be a huge snowfall total range across Virginia, as in if you're closer towards, say, Harrisonburg, getting into northern Virginia, there will be 10 to 15-inch snow amounts that direction. But if you're in South Side, maybe you live closer toward Martinsville or Danville or South Boston, you're not going to be getting that much snow, but instead you will be getting more sleet and freezing rain. It's all going to melt down just the same into water when it goes in the ground. But the big question, how much of it is going to be snow versus sleet and then freezing rain? Unfortunately, there is an ice storm threat out of this, meaning freezing rain, which sticks to cars and trees and power lines, and that weighs down the snow. And unfortunately, that contributes power outages. I would say a moderate to possibly high risk of power outages, particularly, especially for Southside Virginia out of this, and that would be on Sunday. And then we have very cold temperatures next week. There is not a warm day in the forecast for next week, so if you do get substantial snow and then sleet, ice on top of it, it is going to be very slow to melt. So that is a summary. So on this map here, this is a combination of adding the sleet plus freezing rain. The pinker the color, the higher the ice levels. As you can see, especially for central and south side Virginia, my goodness, this is a very bright looking map, and said one of our employees here told me it kind of looked like a big bruise on this map, and unfortunately, hope that doesn't do that to the infrastructure as well, because I'm thinking that where you're really seeing the almost getting to this whitish color, that's where the ice thickness, as in the freezing rain accretion, the ice accretion could be more than a ½ inch thick. And that's when you do start to have widespread power outages. So Danville, Southside Virginia, this could also work its way into Richmond and into Greensboro. Roanoke, Bedford, Lynchburg towards Charlottesville, yes, we are also going to be seeing sleet and freezing rain on top of the snow, but I'm not thinking it's going to be as much. But at the same time, it's also going to help to keep everything extra slippery. When you have the snow and add the sleet and freezing rain on top of it, that is no good for the roads. As far as the snow totals, this is my first hand-drawn map. I will make an adjustment to this map on Friday, but you can see the trend. Less snow north. I have towards Southside Virginia, basically the counties which touch North Carolina at 1 to 3. Now, this is snow only. When you include the sleet on top of it, it's going to be much more. This is just specifically where I'm looking at snow. And then the totals quickly ramp up. 3 to 6 inch snow amounts, so say northern Pennsylvania County and toward Alta Vista, there will be more snow on the ground than say toward Danville. Central Virginia, Farmville, Lynchburg, Richmond, and also into Southwest Virginia and Roanoke, 4 to 8 inches, and then you're getting into the 10-inch totals for parts of Amherst, Nelson, Stanton, Charlottesville, UVA included, and then you're getting into 10 to 15-inch totals toward northern Virginia. That is my first snow map. When I draw the second one on Friday, that 1 to 3 total and 10 to 15-inch total are likely going to get closer together. So check back for updates on which side of that line that you're going to be on. As far as the road travel conditions, you're good for Saturday morning. Saturday during the afternoon should be good, but we start working our way towards Saturday night, and the roads will worsen late Saturday. And then I'm putting up the red light for both Sunday and Monday. Monday we're dry. The sun is shining, but we're staying below freezing the entire day. So whatever total of ice and snow you have on the ground is not going to melt. I wish I had some better news, but unfortunately, we are going to get a full-scale winter storm with snow. Then it's going to change to sleet and freezing rain. And that means very slippery roads and the potential for power outages. Bye-bye.